Hello, I'm Eagle. Eagle Gardens 1 on Instagram. This is episode 820.9 Monday Weed Nerd World. Hopefully, you guys have had a great day. Started things out right. I had a pretty good day myself. Where in the fuck is my chat, damn it? Just forget, comments are not supported on a private video. There we go. Got a chat now. The hell? What's up, Southern BT? T Barrington. How y'all doing? Canna Queen in the house. Kazoo. What up? I sleep till noon. What you guys smoking on? What's up? What up, Brett? Shredder 911. Both seen me at the finish line. Cheers to you guys. Being cool, motherfuckers. Mr. Nowhere Man, J5420. What up? What up, Mr. Smiley? How you doing tonight? What you smoking on?
Trying to roll up some high punch.
Nice. Sleep till the moon.
Here, everybody wants to hear about the big long run. Break it down.
Break it down, huh? All right. Where'd my phone go? I want to give correct results. Well, hell, hold on. I can. I'll forward these to my Instagram, and we could just run down the sheet. We'll share it. Not much to hide here, right? Just they are officially posted. How did it go? Southern BT. Hold on, I'll show you guys. We'll share the results. We'll screen share the results. And I thank you guys for all the support. 100% made a big difference. Appreciate you guys. The ones that wanted to see me do it, and even the haters. Cheers to all you guys.
What are you talking about? We were like, I hope you trip. Like, what the fuck?
There's always one. There's always.
All right.
Man.
Good on you, hater. That's funny shit.
DJ9. What's up? That's gotta be Miranda Family Farms, all right. Alright, what am I trying to do here? Oh, I know what I'm trying to do. I need to smoke.
What are you trying to do? We ran this race, 10 miles. That's a grand fight. With your cannabis band on.
It took me, it didn't really even set in until fucking like Sunday. The fucking Friday or Saturday, man. It's still. I knew I did it, but it just like looking back on it, it just like it seemed really surreal. So yeah, it was just I don't know. It was super weird.
So you're gonna do it again?
Oh yeah. Well, as Miss Angel was explaining to me today, that that medal I received. Hold on, where is it? Pretty proud of it. Bang! This thing right here. Look.
Participation award.
This is part of a. This is a part of a 4-year like thing. Okay, so like they've got a thing. So like every year now, like they they fit together for like the fourth year. It makes one big complete.
Oh, that's cool.
So I guess now
Hang
I
on.
hate having just a piece. So now I guess I'm signed up for fucking 4 years of fucking running because I want the whole fucking medal. So just as I wouldn't run the half a race, I guess I'm running fucking 4 years. So
That's good. Are you gonna get? You got to get one of those. What are they? The marathon stickers for the back of your car. The 23.2 or whatever it is. The marathon.
I think it's 22.2. We were talking about this today. Maybe. Oh, but this one. Like I did get. I'm still. Okay. Man, I'm still needing this for home.
Yeah, what do you smoke?
I don't know. I think Gorilla Glue. You know, beach grass, Michigan, or Michigan beach grass, Gorilla Glue. We hung out with Sunday or yeah Saturday.
Yeah, that was good.
Good dude. He's been on the show.
Who's that?
All right. Beach grass, Michigan beach grass. Jeff. He's been on the show. He was at the Clio Cultivations Cup. All right, so this is the official what happened here. So overall hour, 30 minutes, 33 seconds. Average overall pace 9 minutes. Overall, out of 3,846 people, I placed 1,040th. Out of overall, just the males, out of 2,008 males, I placed 752. And out of males in my age group, out of 205 people, I placed 75. And then it breaks down further. I was actually at my fucking like a decent pace for like a good bit. The 8 minutes 24 seconds pace up until 8.5 minutes up until the half point until I hit them hills. And then you can see that I started to fade back to that 9. Slowly dropped as I was running up them fucking hills and had to piss. But that's. Oh, look, there's even a little finish certificate I can print out. And pictures. What? Look at that. What?
Yeah.
Oh, what up with that? Oh, shit. Pictures me, a little video of me coming across the finish line. What?
Hell yeah.
Where is it? Where? Oh, right there.
Yeah, setup, man. That's a big race. Hell yeah.
See, Smiley, I wasn't bullshit. There's the shirt right there. Look at that serious look of pain on my face.
Nobody's smiling in those. Nobody's smiling.
No, that's awesome. I didn't know those were there. That's pretty fucking cool. I gotta download that shit.
Oh yeah. Well, congrats, man. That's awesome. You accomplished it. You had your goal. You trained for it and made it happen, and put down a pretty decent time, dude. That's hell yeah. That's badass.
I didn't. I'm pretty proud of it.
You know, it's your first run ever. Like, I don't know. Did you have to? They should have made you wear like a rookie flag or some shit. The first race ever, you got to put like a big X on the back of your helmet or something.
If you break it down though, in the numbers there, it's like top 25 I'm pretty happy with that for
I agree, dude. I think you did a hell of a job.
uh,
That's a lot of work, dude. I couldn't run no fucking 10 miles. So,
yeah. And even today, I've definitely have noticed a little bit of spring in myself step, a little bit more confidence, if you will. But
tricky.
yeah,
No, it does. It feels
about
good to hit goals and accomplish something, especially something that physically challenging.
oh
Might
man, that was
be fun to
fucking
do.
those hills were no joke. Well, now I'm fucking already where I should be, and I can just improve from where I am now. So, but yeah, 7 o'clock was what time I start. I started 7 a.m. Saturday morning. It was a pretty decent day too. Seen a couple people go down. That's another thing. So, as I kind of pointed out, there was multiple things I thought was cool about the race and whatnot. First of all, I was in pretty good shape when I finished. I wasn't like huffing. I didn't fall. I wasn't sick. I
You're
thought that was
pushing
pretty
it
cool.
in.
And it was pointed out. Uh, I smoked weed all day long. Friday, the day before, I went to cloud cultivation and literally smoked weed from almost like noon to about 11 o'clock, and then got about 4 hours sleep, and then showed up. This is the part that I really love, Smiling. This is the part that I really love. I showed up with the cloud cultivation's medical bracelet on, just pretty much telling everybody I was a cannabis user and in the surrounding health nut people, you know what I mean? And probably stunk like weed because I smoked on the way down. Because you got to prep with a race with some cannabis, right? And so I felt it was a good a good thing for us cannabis users. You know what I mean? Good representation that we could still smoke, fucking be super active, and do shit like this and fucking finish. You know what I mean?
So the next one, you're gonna smoke a joint halfway through and shit.
Just stop and fire it up.
You have two behind your ears when you start out. Like, that'd be sweet. Smoking it while you're running and shit, just hanging from your lip the whole time.
Just running with a vape pen anyway. Just would have been handy. I don't know.
Yeah. Still though, it's very true and representing very well, Like,
We can do anything we set our minds to. I say that a lot. That's true.
yep. So everybody at the event too. It's fucking nice having Rez out there and
Yeah,
Brennan.
Rez. Well, gotta give them guys credit. Let's give credit. But Rez, Shredder 911, Brett Anderson, and Angel Smiles 11 were all at the finish line.
That's,
We nerds representing at the fucking finish line. I thought was super cool.
that was awesome of you guys to do that.
Cheers to you guys. It was too. Rez had fucking pens, little selections of pens as I'm standing there. Just finished the hit fucking like he's like, you want to hit one of these pens? And I'm like, yeah, I get. He's like, can we smoke down here? Join? And I'm like, He's like, you want to hit one of these pens? I'm like, yeah. Yeah.
Like one of the circus seals hitting it. Boop, 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 boop.
Yeah. It was a good time though. I'm still kind of unwinding the whole thing. To be honest, good time though. Good time. Good thing. Good experience.
Have you run since?
No, I went to the gym yesterday. I took Sunday off, and well, I obviously not. Yesterday was Sunday, and I went to the gym. I'm planning to run tonight though. Just a little bit.
You gonna shift gears now? You got going into powerlifting?
I did went back to lifting weights. Sunday, I gotta work. I gotta work this weekend. That's why I kind of mix things up. But, but there's a fucking 5K here in town Saturday, so I may run that Saturday morning before work.
Oh, you're gonna run another event?
Yeah, there's one. There's a Holden Lake run 5K this weekend.
Do it up, man.
I'm tweaked now for fucking a 5K, 3 miles.
Yeah, you can
I warm up.
That's nothing. Run, run that.
The fucking some dude they did a mile. And what they do it in like 4.5 minutes? Some crazy fucker running a fucking mile in 4.5 minutes, a single mile.
That's crazy. Not too long ago, man, like a 6 minute mile was considered a super fast pace. Now it's like, yeah, it's like blown way below that.
That's insane. There is no way I want to run that fast. Seriously, there's
They're putting them marathon guys too. Like that whole race, they're just long strides, just the whole time, just like machine.
yeah. I don't know what's next. They actually have a fucking another deal where it's you run the fucking 10K, there's a 5K or a 5, I'm not sure if it's a 5K or 5 mile and then a mile. I think you do it all in that day. That's nuts. That's not me either. We'll work up to that. Just one a year for a bit.
I still say Ninja Warrior. I'm gonna practice doing your ninja powers and shit.
You never know. You never know. Let's take this joint's actually pretty good. Some grilling glue. Yep, yep. So Jay, finish out your weekend. What'd you do?
Some gardening, catch up on shit.
Chill Sunday.
Kinda, yeah. I did some pruning in the room and like, pruning outside. My girls are getting to be pretty good sized bushes now and growing down into flowers, so I was cleaning out some of their inners, their armpits. Some of them get really hairy, man. It's like they stack buds every fucking where they want to put a bud site, you know what I mean? And they're like right in the armpits all the way down. I always kind of clean that shit out just because one, it's popcorn bud, and for two, it's a problem area. Big time problem.
Popcorn buds. What's wrong with the popcorn buds? I always find the popcorn buds to be delicious. Very tasty.
You know what's wrong with the popcorn buds? Fuck,
They're no fun to
fuck the
trim.
popcorn buds. That's what's wrong. No, they trimming them, dude. That fucking sucks. It's a pain in the ass. Spend just as much time trimming an ounce as you do fucking trimming up a pound and a half of regular.
I'll give you that. I'll give you that. But they are tasty though.
That's fine. Yeah.
Super tasty. Super troopery, I believe, too. Are the popcorns.
Yeah, more so than the tops.
Yeah, I think so.
Huh. Very interesting. I haven't experienced that, I guess, but I would say they're as good, or you know what I mean. If anything, it's as good or whatever, or as turkey, as tasty, but
Hmm.
not
Yeah,
putting off or something.
you're not bad. I got used to smoking the smaller shit. A, because I'm a cheap fucker. And I always looked at it as I could sell that. I'll smoke this. That's on the for sale table right there. The rest of it's for me.
Yeah.
No, no.
If
Do
I
you?
was always a snob, I always grew for myself to begin with, so it was always like I figured the whole reason I was growing was so that I could look at these beautiful tops and keep the beautiful colas for myself. And like, so I was the opposite. I was kind of a dick about that. I always wanted to at least one nice English line.
Chat's popping tonight. I can hardly keep up.
Right? And,
It was a fun gathering though this weekend. You know, Clio Cultivation always puts on a great event. You know, some minimal, some awesome entertainment. You know what I mean?
yeah, it is. That's what I was gonna say. That is cool that they at least line up some live music through the whole time was live music, wasn't it? Yeah, so the whole time I was there, it was live music. But yeah, it's cool. Makes it a nice environment.
Fuck yeah. Gives you that. And I told him that. I said, you know, that's what I think everybody really loves about the Clio event is it's actually geared more towards sitting down having some fun with your friends, enjoying the music and shit. It isn't push, push, push. You know what I mean? There isn't just an aisleway as you're being herded through. You know what I mean? And pushed to buy something. There's plenty of place to fucking sit down and chat. You don't feel like you're even being rushed. You know what I mean? You feel like you have the fucking day to sit there and smoke and hang out with your friends, which is good because we do hang out there all day and smoke with our friends.
Right. Well, and that is cool, and there's like crafts and different artists are there and shit like that too. So it's not just straight up weed booths either. Plus the food trucks were pretty on point. The barbecue is good.
Yeah, yeah. Big Ron's barbecue was pretty decent. I like the fact that they had stones. Stones and cannabis arts and crafts. I think are they are a good combination right there. I mean,
That's right. There was a booth with all the stones.
oh, there was a bunch of booths with stones.
I forgot I was gonna ask if you found one on there.
No, but I walked and looked. I walked through and looked. I'm a little more
He
selective.
spoke to you. It was,
Yeah, yeah.
no skulls.
No skulls. They had some cool shit though, for sure.
Yeah.
I was glad to see the Indian lady at the last event. I'd originally seen her booth at a Big Clouds event when it was Mendo and the Mitten, and she had the buffalo skin rug and shit like that. A lot of like really cool shit. And I hadn't seen her at any events in a while, and I seen her at the last one, and I thought that was pretty cool because she does have some awesome stuff. And that event was a nice event too. That last one in Hartford. Uh, the boost, the cannabis stuff was, mm, the way that was all handled. I think I'm too used to like the older kind of setups, vendor setups. But I definitely like the fact that there was a lot of arts and crafts there. The food area had a nice big selection. There's a lot of arts and crafts. There was art stuff there. You know what I mean? So that and that one in particular had a nice variety. It wasn't just straight out weed vendors and shit.
That's what I think the mix will become more as it progresses. It'll be spread out to even different genres. You know what I mean? And why shouldn't it be? If they can serve alcohol and shit, like why wouldn't they?
Yeah, no, I'm gonna say I'm gonna leave the. I will leave. I will protect the. I don't know what anything in this end. I guess I'll leave names out of it. Something about that. But I've been to an event lately where alcohol was in the mix, and man, I didn't care for it. I have to be very honest about that. I did have some fun, but man, when the alcohol came out or was permitted, I felt like I was at the bar, and I didn't fucking like it. I was like, oh yeah, when did this become? You know what I mean? When did the cannabis event turn into the bar? And yeah, I wasn't. I didn't. I wasn't too enthused with the mixture there. So I'd rather keep my cannabis parties cannabis, and I don't know. I'm not discounting the alcohol, but I don't know. It definitely changed the vibe. But I don't know. To each their own. To each their own. I'm not discounting the alcohol, people. Everybody's, what are your thoughts on the alcohol cannabis? Have you ever been to one where they've mixed the two?
I'm just trying to think in my head if not really outside of where it was like open for cannabis, sale and consumption. Like people will bring shit to the bar or wherever, but like, not really like that.
No.
This event where they served alcohol. Yeah, I've seen a few of them where their guys were drinking beer.
Yeah, I'll stick with my cannabis. It did change the vibe though once the alcohol came out. Just saying, 100%.
Usually does. Usually does. What was I was gonna say it was cool to see Carla take a trophy too. I can't think of what her booth or company name is or whatever.
Crispy Treat Kitchens. Crispy Treat Kitchens, Carla. Yeah, her ooey gooey. What was it? Ooey gooey. Some more. It was pretty good. It was wrapped like a Russian nesting doll.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, seriously. Yeah, it seriously was. You opened the box, and then there was like this nicely wrapped package. You opened it up, and there was another package. And then you opened it up, and there was another package. I don't know. I don't know how many there was before you had got to
That's funny.
the
Terrified it was
the
gonna
ooey
make it.
gooey some more. But yeah, I guess she said that she was terrified it wasn't gonna make it. It did.
Yeah.
It was kind of funny. It added to the anticipation of actually getting to the tree.
That's funny though. Presentation. Must have been good. Yeah. And Jessica loves her meatballs, the medicated meatballs.
She makes a lot of stuff. I actually like. I yeah. She knows I like pickles, and
Yeah.
I heard in my name being called out. I was sitting there Saturday, just chilling out late Saturday. It was after you left, and all of a sudden I'm hearing Eagle, 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 and I'm sitting there smoking. And I look over and I'm like, man, I think I heard my name in that tent. And they're like, yeah. He said, yeah. I'm like, huh, all right, at least it wasn't just me. I said it must be the pickle contest, and I kind of look up and I'm like, oh yeah, pickle contest. Mm. She tries to get me. Them pickles will fucking fuck you up. If you ever get around Carla and you like pickles or whatever, I haven't figured it out if it's like the vinegar that does something, opens something up, and allows the cannabis to hit harder. But them fucking pickles are like fucking firecrackers. They're as soon as you get them bitches down, you're fucked up. So to eat one of the get into that pickle eating contest, you're either gonna fucking hallucinate or not be able to drive.
When did you get down? You had to eat multiple ones?
Oh, I've never been in that contest. I bought a jar and took them home and ate them on my own. All right. That's how I know about the pickles. But every time I go, she has a pickle eating contest and is trying to sucker me into it. I'm like, Carla, I got shit to do. I gotta drive. I can't fucking be fucked up on pickles.
That funny. I didn't realize they had to like eat a bunch of them. You know, to get somebody like dragged out of there.
Um, I'm telling you, get a jar of them. As soon as that pickle's down, you're fucking damn near can no longer speak. I don't know what she puts into the motherfuckers, but they hit now.
Huh. That is interesting. That's a different one that not too many people do. You know, medicated pickles. Like, she's a
I
genius.
think it does have something to do with uh with the vinegar though. Because it wasn't so long ago, a couple like 2 weeks ago, something like that. I took a nice fucking mouthful of RSO there, and then I was headed to the gym. I'm like, what the fuck, man? Might as well take this now. By the time I had to leave the gym, when I need it, and be kicked in, right? And and I also take apple cider vinegar before I go to the gym. Try to leave late, some shit, cramps, whatever. It's good for you. Just good for you. But I noticed that, and I wondered that too when I drank it. But it did bring the onset of the RSO on way quicker. It wasn't instantaneous like the pickle, but it definitely made the onset of the oil a lot quicker. So I think they're. I don't know. I can't explain, the why or how. I just know there's something there.
She's doing something with absorption, something like
It's in the blood, maybe. I don't know. I don't know.
that. It is crazy the amount of different foods you can make with the shit. And everything all medicated.
What's the most? I mean, other than pickles, the pickles it seems like a stretch. What is like the most out of the ordinary cannabis?
Huh. I don't know. That's a good question.
Because they are, man. I've had kombucha. I've had a lot of different cannabis shit, varieties of edibles and stuff like that. But I don't know what's
Kombucha?
yeah, kombucha was like good. You ever see you're at one of these events and just like the Kool-Aid. Kool-Aid's pretty good, but the kombucha I thought was like a double win. Oh, one of my favorites was fucking there must be an Eagles pickle episode. Bring her out here. Oh, she's been on. Carla's been on Crispy Tree Kitchens. Look up that episode. My favorite edible, I think, so far, one of them is the bacon on a stick, the medicated bacon on a stick,
That sounds
which was a fucking hunk of bacon, probably a half inch thick by maybe like 16 inches long on a stick that with medicated teriyaki barbecue. They had like teriyaki barbecue. They had like four different flavors of sauces they would put on that fucking bacon. Oh,
yeah, that sounds very good.
it was fucking awesome. It was.
I was gonna
I
say Gary does the trying to think it's some concessions, but yeah, connoisseur concessions or something like that. But he does like a medicated lemonade that we really like, and he does medicated elephant ears and beef jerky. Those are all pretty good.
Yeah, that. Now I guess that question even goes out to chat. What's the weirdest edible, whichever you would prefer to call it, thing you've had? Chocolate covered raisin. You know, it's another thing. If we go to fucking take that to now sweets, ooh, there's been some good ones, but one of my favorites, can of fudge. Oh man, I make it super strong to where like a 1 inch square will fuck you up, but fudge is so good you always go back. It's almost like the pickle thing. But the Buckeyes, the peanut butter ball with the chocolate. Oh yeah, Buckeyes are good. Chocolate mint chip cookies. Mint is an excellent hider of cannabis. You throw any little bit of mint in with anything, and then it'll hide that canna taste 100% to the dangerous point. Like I've talked about my hallucination story, and that's all due to partly, well, the butter, making the butter that night, but the mint chip cookies fresh out of the oven they taste like the Girl Scout Thin Mint chip cookies. You know what I mean? The it fucking oh man, I ate way too many. Literally gorged on fucking
Cookies, the little Girl Scout.
yeah, man. I was like fucking I was already fucked up from I made butter that day, and it's one of my first shots at making butter, and I was making it strong. And yeah, I'm from Michigan, but I love fucking the Buckeye treats. I'm not talking about the fucking football team or nothing. Fucking, sorry talking to Chet. Fucking, straining out the butter and without gloves or anything. We had it all on a cheesecloth, and I'm like fucking just squeezing the fuck out of it, and the butter's just like going through my fingers and running down my arms. And I didn't realize, it could be like taken in through the skin that quickly and easily. But yeah, man, I was like medicated just from squeezing out the butter, the fucking cheesecloth and shit. I was already couple sheets into the wind just from that, and then smoking. And then I turn around and I'm like, hey, why not make cookies? I've already got medicated butter out. So I fucking make the mint chip cookies. As soon as they come out of the oven, I like pound like fucking 9 of them, just like fucking Cookie Monster and shit.
Yeah, the munchies and shit.
Yeah. Decide to fucking go lay down for a little while after that.
Little one.
Wake up, woke up just fucking hallucinating, just like, I felt like my head was floating above me. I tried to sober up by fucking going and taking a shower, and was fucking literally, 45-minute nonstop gut hurting, face hurting laugh in a shower to where the kids come upstairs and knock on the door and we're like, Dad, are you all right in there? I'm like, yeah, I'll be down a bit. It lasted for a while too, but yeah, uncontrollable laughs, fucking grabbing. Yeah, if you can never find that combination, what leads up to that? Yeah, I'd definitely take that right.
Yeah, the giggly high. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the old school permagrin, man. When your cheeks hurt, shit.
100%. I love that. That's as good as just as good as exercising. When you laugh like that and your gut hurts and face hurts, that's in my opinion, that's as good as exercising right there.
Probably
Like,
is. Man. There is a exercise. Yeah, there's a lot that happens when you laugh, like to the body physiologically.
a lot of chemicals being released, created and released, oxytocin,
It's
dopamine. It's weird what the body can do, though. And as you're saying, some of the shit that it produces that we take in chemical form or try to mimic.
what all them psychological drugs are. They're trying to balance you out chemically, basically. When you feel this way, here, take this and see if it balances you out. Oh, I made you have this symptom, try this one.
Alex Hardy says fucking laughter is the best medicine, and I very much agree. Very much agree. Who's up for another bowl? Billy Herb says. I'm up with that motion. Bowl, joint.
I don't know. I have just been partial to the joint lately.
Yeah. Yeah. I will never lose the joint or love for flour.
But I spent a while where all I smoked was a water bomb. Always packing a water bomb. There was another while where it was like a one hitter. Shit like that.
Well, I've put some thought into this, a little bit, For one, yeah, the bongs are economical because you can take them little snaps and shit like that. But I've been thinking out about it a little bit differently too, as far as like, and I don't like bongs, by the way. Before I go into this rant, I do used to have like a nice little spoon, skull and crossbones spoon that I used to really like. That's the best that's kind of gotten. But what's up, Lexi? Love you, girl. Fucking is that freshness. You get that fresh hit with them little snaps every time if you're like not overpacking the bowl. But I think that the more I like pay attention to like cannabis and how we use it and stuff, I'm noticing, man, that temperature makes a big difference. Even in joints, you know what I mean? The first person I initially heard talk about it, and I agree 100%, was Cascadian grown. How the temperature of the joint and what you intake, the temperature of the smoke changes the further you get down. So the buzz kind of changes as you progress through that joint. And I think that's the same thing with the bong hit. If you don't like the higher temperature or the molecule in the more changed state or higher state, you know what I mean? I would assume in a higher smoke or whatever, it pushes the molecule further and further down. You know what I mean? So a hotter smoke's probably a little bit further into, like, say, the G. You know what I mean? Something like that. And a little bit more sedative, couch lock, to where that cooler smoke may be, a little bit more soothing. So if you that temperature plays a big difference in how you smoke and the way it makes you feel, then those like little snaps, you know what I mean? The little cool snaps never got too hot. Maybe a better if recipe for say like uh anxiety and shit like that. People who fucking smoke and get anxiety and shit like that. What are your thoughts? Temperature of smoke. To make that big of a difference.
Yeah, I mean it obviously does, but besides getting into the dabbers, they're all about the temperature.
So do you think that's why we like the joints? Is well, that's our temperature zone?
Well, I guess I'm not sure. Is it the cherry of a joint, where the actively combusting part of a joint hotter than what you're taking from a flame, like a because you're gonna light a water bomb with that. Isn't that why people recommend those hemp wicks too? Because it's like a lower temperature than a match or like a lighter.
I never really thought about that, to be honest with you. And
But
what that could be.
at a lower temp, that it would same line of what you're talking about. It's going to be a different flavor, a more flavorful hit at a lower temp. Because you can even like heat up a glass rod and light a water bomb up, whatever. I don't know.
uh, Yeah, I definitely. I think that's one of the reasons why I don't enjoy dabs as much as that temperature thing just gets me to the anxiety level too quickly. Couple of them good, but too many. I don't know. I just need that. I always, even when I am dabbing, I need that joint to counterbalance of that. It's got the joint still got to be in the recipe somewhere.
It is one of the stinkiest ways to smoke it though. So that's why back in other other times in my life where I had to be more incognito, sometimes like the one hitters were the way. um, Same thing though, you're just taking a little rip and moving on.
Oh, I just think that, yeah, I just as far as like the hitter thing goes, it's just not enough, man. And then I don't know, the joint's almost too much because I'm not a quitter.
Not Twitter.
I fire that joint up. I'm definitely finishing that motherfucker. Taking it to road status. I'm not putting it out and saving it for later. I just roll two joints. And I think that gets back to what Cascadian was talking about. Why joint, like relighting joints and stuff like that. It's a different, you smoke that first half of the joint and then you put it out. That joint's already halfway because the resin's already in it has changed a little. And now when you light it up, the smoke that you intake's already, you know what I mean? You're already at a hotter temperature depending on, the size of where you put it out. So you may not get that cooler part of the joint. I don't know.
You get the loser part of the joint, not the cooler part.
Or is it backwards? Could it be backwards? Like you smoke that first half of the joint and it gives you anxiety, but you have to finish it. You gotta get you gotta get the chemicals on the back half of the joint to really finish it off and make you good. Hmm? Hmm? I'm just saying. There's levels to this shit.
Pieces to not be. I guess I don't smoke a shit ton of them halfway through, so I don't. Trying to think in my head, like in the past, I remember too, like you can get the ash, like if you're trying to light it and you didn't get it like cleaned off on the end or whatever, nice, like you can get ash in the first inhale. That was less than a minute.
Stoners. Why do stoners have? I mean, what made you? What? Why do you think that we even took it to the next level? You think there was like back in the day, thousands of years ago, some dude was smoking his weed and he was like, this isn't working for me anymore. I gotta find a way to get more out of this plant. And found, you know what I mean? Boom, hash. You know what I mean? Sifted dry. I mean, how did that accident go from smoking flower to so, do you think it was just like some Joneser that was sweeping up the fucking storage room and like got a whole cart of heads and was like, you know what? This is the shit.
I don't know. I would imagine some kind of a bonfire, fire started of some type, and yeah, like I breathe it in the smoke, realizing what the
Well,
fuck.
that's you knowing or using the plant itself, but I'm talking about like taking it to the next level to where like okay, they did start making extracts out of it, that fucking dry sift or something like that. You know what I mean? What opened that door? Was it like I said, the guy that was like he was sweeping up the storage room and had a fucking full dustpan full of fucking heads and shit and was like, I'm out anyway. There's weed in there. Fuck it. He's got tore up and it was like, come here, Bob, Bob, come here. We been doing this shit all wrong, man. Smoke this shit. He's like, no, I don't look at it. It looks dirty. Looks like fucking sand. You smoking dirt, man? He's like, no, trust me. Smoke this shit. And then from then on out, they were like, yeah, fuck that flower.
Yeah, I. That's funny. It is funny. I don't know, man. Like, I'm just thinking in my head of like areas where they do, like, yeah, that's they grow the plant solely for hash. Like, that's the whole gig. That's all they've ever done, and whatever. But I'm picturing these areas too, and they're always like when I see videos of it, they're always like super dry and like desert type areas. So that kind of makes me think too that maybe they went down that path because it was hard for them to try to dry and cure weed flower wise to be a enjoyable smoke. You know what I mean?
All right. No, let's even, what's up? First of all,
Dry it really good because they're in the desert, and then they can make it into this fucking hash that they beat on the drums and shit.
even if it were like the other way around, where we're talking about like a char as hash, you know what I mean? What again? We're back to like what made that guy gal just like I'm Jonesing. I'm gonna smoke this shit. I'm gonna fucking take a knife. I'm gonna carve this shit off my hands and fucking throw this shit in a pipe and smoke it. Fuck it. I ain't got no weed. It ain't gonna be dry for a while.
I don't know. Yeah, the curiosity of finger hash might be. I mean, yeah, dude. For a long time, like hash was always made from the trim or from the side bud. It was never looked at as like, oh, this flower is going to be trimmed. At least not in my world or the U.S. market or whatever. But like, it was always kind of the side thing because I was making bubble hash for a little while. That's a pain in the ass, and then I was making it for a little while, and then it was always before I was growing, and it was always people I knew that grew would give me the trim to do it with.
Trim is well, that's why I started making hash, was trying to utilize that shit I was throwing away. I was like, man, that stuff.
So that's where guys are like, "Oh shit, man! Look at all this crystals on this fucking leaf here."
Some nice looking girls there, Smash. Cheers.
Yo, what's up, man? I completely agree with the joints almost too much when you're just by yourself. Because, like, primarily I only smoke joints. And, like, I go through bowls like crazy, too. I hate cleaning them. So I kind of just, like, use them till I can't anymore. Put it away, buy a new one. So here.
One joint for every 2 to 3 people is pretty good ratio right there. If it's more, if it gets to be 4 people, you almost want to light 2 joints.
Yeah, that's 2 joints. Sure.
See, I still don't
4 to
mind
6
a
is
blunt
good.
once in a while either, though.
Yeah, that's what it is.
So this is Triangle Reunion from Skunk House Genetics.
Oh, yeah.
Triangle Kush, the Reunion OG. What else do I got in here? Oh, this is another Triangle Reunion. The Shine Apple from Duke Diamond. It's another Shine Apple from Duke.
You got her packed in there, man.
Yeah, I'm actually doubling my flower area, bro. So this is ChemDog, like official ChemDog.
Did it come in that bucket?
No, I put it in there. I just kept the sticker because I label everything. I was like, fuck it, I like that sticker. So ChemDog's got a deal with a dispensary around me called Cannabis Provisions, where he releases like ChemDog and Chem 91. He actually sells apple fritter there and stuff. This is another Skunk House Triangle Reunion. Thing falling over there is getting harvested tonight. That's apple fritter. There's Granddaddy Purple, not so purple, so I'm just probably gonna call it Granddaddy.
Granddaddy purple.
Just keep the purple out. But Duke Diamond's Shine Apple is what's the most interesting thing in here. Well, the Triangle Reunion's really good too, like the smells. But this one in particular, I'm getting like a piney, cheesy smell off of her. And I love that smells.
That's what I was about to ask. You said it was the interesting one. I was going to say interesting. No. Stinkiest.
I think the Shine Apple's there. I think it's probably the loudest plant in here. Here, I'll cut it down and I'll show you. I mean, I got so many fucking plants crammed up in here together. You know, when you get the big boys out, you're doing some work.
Mm.
This one coming down.
I went and helped a friend on his outdoor, and I don't say shit about stems no more. Guys, none of that. I don't talk about it.
So,
Yeah, you should definitely see some beautiful stuff outdoors, that's for sure.
Yeah, dude.
Some days, maybe. Someday, maybe I'll go up, start growing outdoors. outdoors.
I go help, and it is with a good heart, you know what I mean. But it is awesome to go fucking work on these plants that are like 10 foot fucking tall, 8 foot. You know what I mean? You're like right up inside them and shit. Like it is kind of fun to like. I never would have the opportunity to see a plant that big. You know what I mean? So it
Yeah.
is fun for
Well,
weed. Yes. You know what I mean?
cheers, Purple Thumb in the chat. How you doing, my friend? You don't, you just chop them down, you just hanging them.
Exactly right.
They're smashed. You just hang.
Am I still muted? Oh no, okay. Yeah, they're just going. I'm bringing them over here to my little dry room. See, I don't know those superstitions with like lights on, lights off. I don't really do any of that. I don't really care. I'm a lazy person, so I harvest whenever.
You ever try fucking with the plants for like a week before you cut them down? Like keep them scared for like the last week?
Just walk by with the scissors every morning.
Yeah,
So
keep snipping in front of them and shit.
Man, I
Like,
got
all the time, ladies.
they're heavy.
People talk about putting them dark for 48 hours or different tricks to get them the turps to pop out. That'd be some shit if that was the trick. You got to scare the fuck out of them for like a week last week.
So
I did the whole dark thing for a week or like a couple days, but I noticed it didn't really do much. So I was like, whatever. I'm just gonna harvest when it's convenient for me. Where the
So,
fuck can
do you think there's any kind of truth to that, Smiley, though, or even Smash? I mean, they say like that's a thing with like meat. You know what I mean? If you're fucking shoot a 10 step fucking cow, from what I'm told, that meat will be tough as fuck. Because the animal is already tense when you fucking shot it. You want it to be eased when you shoot it, and then the muscle memory will be. So I'm told anyway. I know nothing of, but I know people that do that. They say, yeah, you want to surprise that animal and fuck it. I'm like, really? Hmm.
Yeah,
So do you think that's a thing with cannabis? You scare
I
it like
don't know.
that? You think you're
I
gonna
don't know if
get
you can scare a plant, dude. I've never seen. Can you scare and intimidate a plant? I don't know.
when you do what you're talking about, walking by it every day with like shears and shit?
I'm coming for you.
Yeah, it's just all stiffened up, like tightening up its stem and shit. Oh no, you ain't gonna be chopped through this fucking motherfucker.
Maybe I don't know. I do know they respond to you. Like I do know that that's for sure something I've witnessed. Like if you got shit bugging you and you're in the room and you're pissed off or whatever you're doing is fucked up in there. Like it's you got to be in the right mind, have the right mood. Can't be trying to rush, even though half the time you do.
Jesus, these plants are way heavier than I thought.
You play off that though. Got those. There you go, pros.
Trying to tie this thing off. There we go. There we go.
There we go.
Bumping into shit.
No, I'm not pros.
So yeah, normally I just hang like I always just put a line across and I kind of just hang them. I bunch them together like all this is shine apple, which is a pretty good harvest. from what it like, these plants looked like death when I put them into the flower tent. I had to give them like 3 weeks of rebound. I've been having some health problems, and I can't get down to the garden and do a lot of work. So even like watering them is becoming a lot.
Just curious, if they look like death, why would you be moving them into flower?
Because I had to get them out. Well, I put them in the flower tent, which I left them in veg for a couple weeks. So I transplanted them from. They were all of them were in 1 gallons for like 5 months. I transplanted everything. I like got up the like muscle to get out and like do it all day. Transplanted everything, put them in the tent, put them under 17 hours of light, and I put some of like Stoughton's Blends dry amendments on there and let them go for 2.5 weeks, then flipped them. But they definitely turned around from what they did look like. I'm really happy. I thought I was going to lose the whole garden, to be completely honest.
You got one of them old monster heaters, don't you? Smash, I know you can't probably hear me. Well, whatever. That's an old fucking tank right there.
Yeah, the octopus ones.
Yeah. Take up like 3/4 of the basement and shit. You
Yeah.
got one of those old monster fucking furnaces, don't you, Smash?
Yeah.
It's not that bad.
Oh,
No,
Look,
I don't have central air, but I got central heat.
right on. It looked like one of those big tanks, one of the old tanks.
I got the. We actually just had this put in. Like we bought the house probably 5-6 years ago now, and the water heater went, so we had to get a new one. So that's fucking brand new.
Oh, you got 5 years.
yeah.
That's for real, man. That's all they even warranty them bitches for anymore, man.
Really?
Yeah.
I'll look longer
But
than
the
that.
fucked up thing is, the one in my old house,
That
we
shit
lived
ain't
there
cheap.
most of my life, and we never worried about any of it. Like the water heater was fine. They come to a new house, this fucking the water heater goes out, this thing goes out a bunch.
Yeah, I've replaced laundry like washers and dryers and shit like left and right. Pretty much every other year you gotta fucking. But until now we've actually just bought. We were into Home Depot and I spent a little bit more money than I thought I was gonna. But it was a hell of a deal and it was on their fucking Maytag commercial, like the professional series. So it didn't have all the fancy shit. It's just the old school dials and shit, and just a metal fucking dryer or whatever. So I'm hoping, knock on wood, that thing's gonna last a little longer. We'll see. But it was on sale for like it was like $600, and they were like 1,800 list or some shit.
So washers and dryers, they're expensive for one, and they ain't that bad to fix. I mean,
It's so much money.
dryers are usually fucking thermal cutoff, fucking heating element. You know what I mean?
That was
One of those two. Fucking washer, belt, or a lot of times there's a like a two-finger gear or belt. So like if you overload the dryer or washer, it'll break that and it won't spin out anymore. It'll kind of fucking half-ass wash, but it and again that part's like $25. Now
and you guys can get it with Eagle Appliance.
Shit, there's tons of YouTube videos. Don't take a break. YouTube knows everything.
No, I know. There's a few guys. We've gotten a couple from people that do that where they just repair them and then resell them or whatever. I got a dryer for like $200 or $150, something like that.
Oops.
Right on. Shredder says, "Come fix my dryer. I don't want a new one. I'll come fix your dryer. That's just fucking Shredder. That's just fucking easy. Easy peasy."
EagleAppliance.com, and you can schedule your appointment.
A lot of times, I'd tell you right now, fucking anymore, if you order the thermal cutoff, it will come with the heating element. So if it's one or the other, it's like a two for fix. So you might as well buy the cat.
There you go.
Too easy. Other than that, and if it ain't that fucker ain't spinning, it's a belt, tumbler belt. Again, too easy. I'm like I've been that way ever since I was a fucking kid. To be honest with you, this is my attitude about something broke. And it's already broke. I might as well give it a shot. What's the worst that's gonna happen here? I'm gonna break it. It's already broke. I'm either gonna learn how to fix it, or it's gonna stay broke. And I had some fun tearing something apart.
It's true. A lot of truth to that.
YouTube was honestly like made engine repair and small engine repair and fixing on washer and dryer so much more accessible. There's so many videos of people actually trying it. But like you were saying, it's hard to find like a appliance repairman nowadays. I bet you I can't find 4 in my like area. I know there used to be one,
good.
but he closed down.
Man, they're around still. They're around.
Last time I had to fucking have one, had to have one come out. I paid him in weed.
That's awesome too. I got my lawn mowed. We paid him in weed today. That's awesome.
Hey, weed used to be as good as any currency at one point. You remember that? I mean,
You'll be the most valuable here soon, man. Like, I don't care about your money. Shit. What do you got to say, bro?
it's better than American Express card. You don't know how many times I'll be like, well, I could give you this cash, or I do have some weed right here.
Yeah.
Let me see. Yeah, that's how I always like to do it. Let me see. Okay.
That is funny. Well, shit, man. It's getting late for me. I'm gonna have to hop out, and hope you have a great week, though. Shit.
Well, it's awesome seeing you this weekend, hanging out, getting to smoke down. Man, we smoked some joints this weekend, had some fun.
Yeah, it was a good time. A lot of fun spots, for sure. Which it should be, man. That's what it's all about. Yeah.
There it is. Well, have a good week, brother, and I'll see you Thursday.
Yeah.
Be safe, Smiley.
Peace out, Smash. Get back to that harvest.
Wow, I'm the only one on here. New one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cleared out half of the tent. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 plants so far.
Nice.
You can tell how the triangle reunion is just fucking heavy. I never tied it up because like
that to me right there is more beneficial for the bud right there. Until it gets to the point where you're worried about it snapping, that stressor right there, oh man, it's producing more terpenes, trichomes, you name it. It's fucking all around that stress of that's making that bud better.
I'm a big fan of the bamboo, as you can tell, they're everywhere. If I see something leaning a little too much, I'll put a piece of bamboo there to help just support it a little bit.
That's another thing too that people used to. I remember when long ago, stake early. Stake early. You don't want to fuck up your roots. I'm like fucking anymore. I'm like I'm root pruning. Them roots are just fine. They'll be all right.
If it needs it, I put it in there. I don't care what time.
You ever use the yo-yos? Yo-yos were kind of nice.
I had a bunch, but they just disappear over the years.
I like the yo-yos just for that reason. You can take them just to the point of where they're about ready to snap, and then bring in the yo-yo just in the almost in that position. Wanted to keep it there, but they were nice.
Got these things everywhere.
No worse than the scrog net. I fucking hate scrog.
That's kind of why I went to the band. I hate.
I'd rather do. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh no, I was agreeing. That's kind of why I went to the bamboo. I hate the scrog. It just locks them in too much. Because like if I was scrogged out right now,
Yeah.
I wouldn't be able to shift these plants around.
You can't do shit. You get some trouble in the back or whatever, and you have to get in there and work on that bitch. And fuck, she's stuck in there. You're fucked. My fucking crawling under the bed, work on that bitch, or busting your back, fucking leaning over to try to work on it. Fuck all that shit. Fuck all that shit. Unless you can get all the way around the scrog, maybe. You can get all the way around the scrog, maybe. Other than that, it's still a fucking bitch to harvest. Still don't think I'd do it.
Yeah, I'm actually after this, after I finish these plants out, this tent's coming down. I'm cleaning the area. We're building a room. It's
Yeah,
gonna be 7 by 14.5.
nice. What are you putting in for lights?
So I got an HLG 600 right here. I'm probably gonna get shit for saying this, but I don't know. I like Grandmaster's light, the tarantula that just tested with the par map that's pretty vertical.
Yeah,
That's the one I was looking at.
they're good lights. Good lights.
They're $1,300.
I've heard nothing good things about that. Nice. Well, that's not all bad. Well, LEDs have maintained that. A good LEDs maintain that for quite some time. Maybe 1,200, $1,500 for something that would replace the Thowie anyway.
So we'll put the chem dog right underneath. That one's moved out. Should be getting more away. Crank this up for another 2-3 days. Harvest the rest.
What's going in his place when you get the room up?
I got to clean. I took in that chem dog clone, and I don't know, probably like 2.5, 3 weeks away from like finishing, and I started to notice thrips. So I have Leonardo going from Ross to Jeff. I have Great Fun Dip from this dude Ty Bud Grows. Shout out little E-Bud, he sent them to me. Apple Fritter and Chem Dog I cloned. But I gotta clean all of them. Start spraying. I've been spraying the veg heavily. Let me get on my computer. Switch.
Trips should be a bitch. Almost hard to get rid of than mites, or they can be. The 10-day cycle is a tough one to break.
But with the thrips,
Yeah.
people say, I've talked to a couple people, and they've said it's the easier one out of like root aphids and some of the others you can get. But they multiply pretty quick. They're hard to see.
Oh man, if you got them in veg, If that's the only benefit of running rooms, different rooms, I guess, or full cycles, to where you're not running take shit all the time in a perpetual. You'll never get rid of them fuckers, man. Fucking, but if you're running cycles like you are, you got half a chance. You get them all in veg, and you get them. You can fucking defoliate. You can spray the plants down, and you have to do a fucking soil drench. Now you got a half a chance. But
Yeah.
after you do the soil drench, you got to re fucking inoculate your soil with microbes to kind of get shit back. But after that, you can usually get away with a spray or fucking some ladybugs. I like ladybugs. But yeah, they can be a bitch to get rid of, man. People underestimate the thrift, man. They,
I feel like if I'm in veg, it should be like I need to get the flowering plants down, and then I can just focus on the veg. I'm probably gonna throw all the dirt away that was in the flower tent. Just not even deal with it. Start over. I was thinking of doing 2 beds, one under the 600 and then one under whatever light I decide to get. But I'm going to start spraying as soon as everything's down. I've been spraying the veg pretty heavy. Sulfoil X and stuff.
it's infections like that that make me want, I appreciate reusing the soil and shit like that. But that was always fucking the reason why old fuckers like me got rid of shit every fucking time. There's anything in that soil, man. We didn't want to fucking rescue the biscuit, man. Fucking, we were just buying new shit. Fuck that shit. Yeah, they're still good. That's why you threw it in the fucking garden.
I'm with you on that. For a long time, I probably the last 4 years, I started to reuse a lot of my soil. But before that, I would do the same thing. I would put it on because I did outdoor. This year is probably the only year I haven't tried to grow outdoor for flower in a long time. The only thing I have outdoor this year is seeds. All I'm doing is seeds, because I find since I have such high humidity on the coast and stuff, there's always problems with when I only do a couple of plants. If I have 50 plants, then I can definitely get some down. But when I only have 2 or 3, and I don't know exactly what they are, they'll go late and I'll get bud rot almost every time.
I was just saying, DP in chat use the MI beneficials. I like, the natural ways of getting rid of fucking shit like that. But then again, I get all fucking creepy, man, knowing that there's 10,000 microscopic fucking bugs fucking around and shit. And I start giving the heebie jeebies, like fucking little shits crawling on me all the time. I didn't like the fact that when I found out about like dust mites and shit. Now you're gonna go start purposely throwing microscopic bugs around your room. I mean, again, it's maybe cool if you've got to grow, but if you're living in that space now and you got all this shit floating around in your house, and now you're going from your fucking taking that shit to your bedroom, and fuck all that shit, man. Fuck all that shit. Because yeah, I mean, just simple walk from your grow room into the living room, whatever. I'm sure you can spread them beneficials and micro fucking bugs all around easily, in a fucking home or non. Yeah, yeah, I'm good.
I
I'm
know
good.
people have really good luck with the beneficials, but I don't know. It's in my basement, and now that I'm building a room, it's not sealed at all. I've never sealed my stuff. So if I were, people are like, "Oh, do predator bugs," and I'm sitting here thinking, I'm like, "Oh, wouldn't they make their way upstairs somehow? If I released a couple thousand, I'm gonna start seeing them in my house, and I don't
I
want."
actually let some. I had to fucking grow first, third grow in, yeah, third grow in. Whereas above the garage there, I've set so many fucking ladybugs loose in that they came in through the attic of the house and was coming through like the light fixtures and shit.
Eagle's waking up and the ladybugs on his face instead of spiders. He's like, "What the fuck?"
Oh, I know. I used to catch a lot of shit about it because they didn't like me bringing in 10,000 ladybugs, seeing them in the refrigerator. I hate seeing them things in the refrigerator. Yeah, well, they gotta go in there until I go into the fucking room later. So they're contained. They're not hurting nothing. But yeah, when they start coming through the lights, I was a big asshole because I was most certainly uh, the source of the problem.
I'm smoking this Dawn Mega from fucking Soulfire. GMO to black bananas. Really fucking good, man. I'm actually gonna see Soulfire this year. I'm gonna see if he'll trade me something for some of these Dawn Mega seeds because I would like to grow it. It's just dank. It's like a grapefruit funk. This one, it's really good.
Nice. Yeah, coming through chat a little bit here.
I got a bunch of little spiders. I kind of let the spiders do what they do in the basement. They're all over the place.
I hate fucking spiders.
I did too. If they don't, all right, my deal with them is if they don't bother me and stay away from me, I'll let them be. But when they start like crawling on my feet when I'm down there, they're dying.
We've been up here in northern Michigan. I've been seeing a lot of fucking they're clear spiders, man. Their legs are fucking clear, the body's fucking clear, they're creepy looking, man. Fuck them spiders, man. I hate spiders.
Miranda Family Farms gave me some stuff to re-inoculate my soil when I start over. Armory, beneficial bacillus blend, and then I've never heard of this stuff, so I want to ask because no one I talk to has.
Can't hardly see it. I've never heard of it. What is it?
Trichoderma,
Oh,
aspergillum, and Trichoderma gemsi.
micro, right? That shit fucking. I've heard to use that shit sparingly because that shit goes and goes and goes. Trichoderma, right?
Yeah, that's what I heard too. You only need a little bit.
Yeah, it can overtake. That's what I've heard.
But the bacillus, they said it doesn't really matter. I'll probably put a little bit of both on. I'll probably won't put a lot of this. He gave me it. I don't even. It feels like a weird, dude. It feels like a clay or something in here. It's so weird. It's like a jelly substance.
That's weird. I've never used it. I've just heard people talk about it, that it can get out of hand. I believe Twisted Roots uses it in his outdoor.
I've never really added the microbes. I mean, or like the bacillus and stuff. I kind of just like go with the flow. If someone gives it to me, like I had a whole bunch of recharge, shout out New Grows, and I used it. Why not? I'm not just gonna let it sit there and go bad. Might as well fucking put it in the water and water it in. But I know people that aren't haphazard like me. I feel like a little bit's not gonna hurt anything. Might as well try it.
I've always used it during transplants, for sure. Get that root ball nice and covered.
I see Mendo Dope. They use pounds and pounds of Azos and Mycos from Extreme Gardener. Like pound. Like on their videos, they have so much on the ground. It's crazy.
It's a good product for sure. I've always liked the Mycos and Azos.
I'm not. I feel like they're inoculating faster, and the more you add, the more microbes you're getting.
Great White was my favorite, but the shit was just too expensive, man. Fucking little thing of it, 40-50 bucks. Look at all that. So yeah, the Azos and the Micros is definitely way cheaper than some of the better ones. Some pay for that quality though. I think there is definitely something in that price. What the difference is, I don't know. But
Using any silica?
no.
I've been adding silica lately a little bit. Shout out Bud Kilowatt sent me some. Oh, it's in the other room. Mills, silica, and then I got a big bottle of kosher nutrient silica. And I do see a difference using it. Like the plant stems are a little bit stronger for sure. They also will snap easier. I find like I was bending them and I was cracking them easier since I've been using this silica.
Yeah. Thought the silica was supposed to make them a little bit more bendable.
I don't know. It's like I thought it was. I thought the silica is supposed to like make it hardy. That's why I was using it. So I might be wrong.
No, I always thought the purpose of the silica was so it was more pliable, so you could bend it for trellis and shit without snapping and breaking the plant.
Interesting. Because like that triangle reunion, I've grown it before, and it was hanging all over the place. I had to like support it with yo-yos. This time around, I've only had to use like a couple bamboo sticks, and it seems to be holding itself up pretty good.
Some of that shit I don't think's necessary anymore. You start using some of these far reds that's in some of these LEDs, makes the plant actually stretch, and then you get a little bit harder stems. You know, a little bit thicker, beefier stems out of with some of these LEDs with the far red. So some of these inputs I think are just like added costs, or you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Nice.
I'll put it this way.
If you're gonna fucking go to the grocery store, would you put a little money out of your would you pull the extra money out of your pocket to buy that shit to put into your yard?
No, I was just gonna say that. I've only used it like shout out Bud, shout out Kosher. They sent it to me to try because I'm a tight ass with my money. Like I don't like buying stuff like that. I find it not useful. But people letting me try it. I don't know. I don't maybe have to try it a little bit longer because I don't see the biggest difference using the silica.
You know, at some point, I think if you're not doing it right and you don't have it isn't cost effective, fuck it. I mean, why would you put twice, three times as much into a plant that you could fucking just go buy some for that quality? You know what I mean? Pay the light bill, fucking you've dumped all CO2, all these extra products in it just so you can make it a hair better than, but it costs you a ton. I mean, and I'm a huge advocate for growing. Don't get me wrong. I think that's the most medicinal aspect of cannabis. But when it comes to like all these extra fucking clicks and whistles, I fucking that they throw you at you in the fucking grocery store, you can get an extra 10% with this. Now you can add this, and you can get another 10. Wow. Well, fucking how many more 10% can you get out of that fucking plant? And before that, you've went, wow, I've got fucking an extra $1,000 into this crop, and I only got 10% more. And the guy said I was going to get 10% with everything that I put in. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think a lot of that, as Shrate says, is a little bit of snake oil.
I agree.
That's a good silica is one of those things too. Silica comes naturally in the soil. So why are you adding silica?
Well, you can use rice hulls too. You don't need to buy the shit. Rice hulls will break down into silica.
There you go. Another reason not to buy it. It's expensive too for candy.
That dumb money. Dumb money. I get it. Like, so you're lucky because your market's so much mature than mine. Like, you can get, all right, let's say you didn't know anyone and you had to go to the store here and you're looking for, I don't know, an ounce. You can buy a pre-ground ounce for like $65. It's like shake. or you can shop around, and one store might have $100 ounce plus tax, so 120 normally. That's the cheapest you'll find for like actual flower at the dispensary here. It's still pretty pricey. Like even like people are paying $500 an ounce at some of these good stuff. Like Khalifa Kush is $55 an eighth.
That's insane. Dispos are getting some. There is some economical cannabis, but there is the hype. The hype. The hype. Have you had the Snoop Dogg? The new Snoop Dogg shit?
Went to see,
Still. $60 an eighth. Snoop Dogg.
my buddy's got Sherbinski stuff for 40 an eighth, which isn't bad. That's that Cali stuff. You
I
muted
just didn't because I just went into a dispo, sadly, a few weeks ago, and that was the first thing that the guy said to me.
really?
Looked right at us and was like, "So, what brings you in? The new Snoop Dogg thing?" I'm like, "What? What?
What's
No,
strange?
no." I don't know. I didn't even fucking look at it. I wasn't even gonna give it time of day. I don't give a fuck if it's Snoop Dogg or whatever. I just want a little bit of weed. I wasn't paying the tax for Snoop Dogg weed.
What about
I'm serious. I'm not even gonna look at it. I don't give a fuck.
they got that Blues Brother weed now too. Jim Belushi Farms.
I mean, yeah, that's nice. I watched one episode where they were talking about buying a giant remediation machine that they could fucking like just clean up every bit of their gross weed.
I watched it. I don't know. I'm a weirdo. I watched it, but every episode. And the last episode, they were in Albania. The president of Albania had them come over. Supposedly, I don't know. This could be all fake, but this was what the plot of the show was. The president of Albania had him come over, and they were talking about legalizing weed. And he said, "I would like you to bring a farm to Albania." I think it's Albania, something like that. Albania, yeah. Albania. And supposedly they're legalizing, but take that with a grain of salt. It came from the Belushi show. Germany's legalizing.
A lot of these countries are gonna be fucking cool. I think it's sad to see how quickly a lot of these countries become legal and then blow right by what we're doing here in the States. We can't even get all 50 to a fucking agree, but yet like fucking Thailand can fucking go legal and blow by us in a matter of a year and shit.
I feel like Utah is going to be the standoff of them all.
Yeah. Well,
Coming from the East Coast, it just seems like the biggest Mormon state. Like they're like against it the most.
you might have something there.
Maybe like it looks like the places that are holding off have like a really high religious rate. I'll put it that way. I won't say what religions, but if you look into it, they all have high religion rates. Like they're all like church people. They call it the Bible Belt, right?
I actually had a funny moment the other day in cannabis world there. Fucking sitting there listening to music. Some people roll up. Mother, son. Fucking sit down. Didn't seem the cannabis type. At a cannabis event. They go throw their lawn chairs down, look over their shoulder, and I'm back there fucking rolling a joint. And I got this look like, oh, right here in public, in front of my son. I thought, really? Did you not come to a cannabis event? I didn't say it though. I just sat there, rolled up my joint. And then as the night progressed, I see the cooler in the beer.
Oh yeah, they're drinking. Obviously.
Like, oh, I believe.
It's okay, man. It's legal.
Again, I'm sitting there smoking, and I see the smoke wafting right in their general direction. And I see the look.
What event?
Yeah, where's that coming from, Long Stern? And I'm thinking, as the gentleman's holding his alcoholic beverage, and again, we're at a cannabis event, and I'm thinking, y'all came here. And then it became the next thought to my head was, I believe drinking alcohol in public is just as illegal as me smoking right now. So I believe we're playing rock, paper, scissors on who's doing the more wrong here. But you're in cannabis world. I think you and the alcohol are in the wrong. But it was a funny moment anyway, because yeah. How is drinking in front of, all right, that's the other thing. How is drinking in front of your child in public any better than me smoking cannabis at a cannabis event?
I agree. But I can't lie, my dad, rest his soul, used to keep a pint of fucking Seagram 7s under his seat in the car. My dad was an alcoholic. So I grew up at bars and stuff. A little different world. But I get it. Like, I was at Snoop Dogg Wiz Khalifa show, and it was sold out. And there was like a family with kids, a couple of like rows in front of us, and the whole auditorium was straight smoke. Like, it's Snoop Dogg Wiz Khalifa, everyone's smoking. Like, it was pretty incredible. I took some pictures. It looked like it was cloudy at one point. When Wiz was on and Snoop came on, there was like a lot, everyone lit up. But I was like, if they don't say, they didn't really care. It looked like they knew what they were in for when they were coming, you know? So I haven't had any, like, especially at cannabis events, I haven't had anyone look at me and be like, what the fuck are you doing? But I mean, some people think drinking's the best, like, because it's legal. It's, oh, I'd rather have a beer. I know someone that works for the FAA and he gets drug tested, so he can't smoke. So he drinks like a fucking fish.
I mean,
Hey,
I got the alcohol thing like when weed was like illegal. Couldn't find weed, whatever, have a beer, maybe. But now that weed's legal and recreational weed, what are you fucking wrong with alcohol for still these days? That's what I can't figure out. That's all I'm saying. I mean, to each their own, but
I'm not a drinker. I'm going to a bar. Well, it's a hookah bar, which I'm down with something like that because then I can just smoke hookah. I actually got kicked out of this place when it was at its old spot for putting weed in the hookah.
no.
They got tight, but they moved and changed owners and stuff. My buddy's DJing, so he's like, "Yo, come along." I'm like, "They're not gonna." He's like, "They're not gonna say anything. You're walking in with me." I'm like, "All right, I'll come. Fuck it, I'll smoke hookah, but I'm not gonna put weed in it this time."
Do you think that the hookah cannabis, like say that you see the big hash hookahs, they throw the big old puck on there. You think
Yeah, hell yeah.
that'll be a thing at some point, you know, hookah hash bars?
I wish, but probably not. We're having a hard time getting smoking lounges going where people can just smoke weed. I think we have 2, maybe 3 in my state. The hookah bar scene's not that big either. They're dying out for sure. Smoking's kind of like, I think like tobacco smoking's kind of going down, especially with all the states legalized, like doing a bunch of legal shit to like ban flavored tobacco, no more vape juice, no, like the states are, oh, we pay, I think it's like $12 for a pack of Marlboro Reds here now. They tax the fuck out of them. A pack of Dutches is $5. The 2-pack, $5, and it's just regular Dutch. Like, they're doing everything they can to keep tobacco use down here, but you can just go to New Hampshire. New Hampshire's still 100% legal with no taxes.
It's crazy.
I have to go to New Hampshire to get my blunt. If I want to smoke a vanilla blunt, I have to drive to New Hampshire. If I want to get vape juice, I have to drive to New Hampshire.
Really?
Yes.
Wow. That's crazy.
You can get it, but it's only tobacco flavored. Like there's no any like menthol, nothing like that. Any type of additives, flavoring, they don't have it here. It's weird.
I still think the verdict's out on the vapes though, the cigarette vapes. Just like dabs, the damage that what dabs do to us. I don't think we're gonna see that damage for a few more years yet. I know you look at, sorry, we keep talking at the same time. You look back at like guys like Custom Grow 420 and shit, all them fuckers that used to be on YouTube doing them fucking 2 grand fucking dabs and shit. You
That's
look
just gross.
back at them cats now and they look like fucking 80 and shit. They ain't that old. So I wonder if like some of that like serious dabbing won't have some long term effect.
So I'll say this. I was like very surprised at this test. I put a napkin over my dab rig because I was sharing with someone. I didn't want to put my mouth on his rig. And I took a hit. And there was like the stuff I pull out of like on my like Q-tip was on the napkin. You could see the oil residue coming through the water and everything.
Oh fuck yeah, man. I've noticed that in my training, man, a lot. Man, I can smoke flower all fucking day long and be able to fucking run, no problem. I'm dabbing all fucking day long, fucking the top right across here. This right here, when as I take off, it fucking feels like there's just fucking something sitting there until I can break through that and then fucking get to my normal breathing. But man, I'm fucking that dab's way on me, man. Fuck off. I think that shit, just like it does in your rig, that plastic sheen it leaves on the inside of your rig. That's what I think it's leaving on the inside of your lungs there. It might be absorbable in time, but I don't know.
I can't argue. I don't know. I love dabbing. I will say I do love dabs. I'm a big fan of every cannabis product: RSO, edibles, dabs, flower. I do it all.
Well, my friend, it is 11 o'clock, so it is time to wrap up the Weed Nerd. For those of you guys that haven't figured it out yet, it is from 9 to 11. 9 to 11. So I just say that because Ryan just beeped in. So,
All right, everyone have a good night. Be safe. Thanks for having me, Eagle.
all right, have a good night, man. Thanks for popping in. It has been a fun night. Thank you, Smiley Smash, for stopping in, hanging out. For the rest of you guys, hopefully you have enjoyed this here episode of the Weed Nerd World Monday edition. Go out and please have a great week, and I will see you Thursday if I don't get a show lined up between here and then. But you can count on Mondays and Thursdays till I get things back on schedule, up and running. We're just going to have to deal with that. With that being said, don't forget to do something nice for somebody. Random acts of kindness do save lives.